Be live. Double check, make sure we're up and running. And we are, in fact, live. Excellent. Welcome to the Iron Venom Mercenary Company. Wow, why is that so hard? Anyways, we are here live on Twitch, and we're going to do a couple missions today. Debut the Warhammer is our pièce de résistance. Now, I did discover something in the shop that I'm mounting onto the Warhammer. Specifically, a new weapon here. It's going to be a large laser triple plus. And we are currently working on that right now, which will take no. It's at the back of the queue. It's at the back of the queue. Oh, the next episode might actually have to be the Warhammer's debut. That is sad. Hopefully we can get to the Cyclops debut, though. That'll be nice. Although, first up, let's get some contracts out of the way here. We have a 2 1/2 skull mission. Brilliant minds here. And the sound is going to cut off momentarily while I switch into a different channel on TeamSpeak to be not disturbed.
Channel switched.
There we go. Now in Neodred's Buffet. And I do want to, since this is a non-controller game, I do want to engage my push to talk if I could. There we go. That way you won't hear, like, you know, stuff falling over or whatever. Which would be most unpleasant. Okay, so let's start with the Brilliant Minds here. Negotiate. Not probably nothing really interesting in salvage here, so we'll go with that. Okay, so I should probably actually read the details of this mission here. View details. All right, Commander. We performed a substantial amount of scientific research here on Barris. Merrick Force has been sabotaging our research stations, stretching our defenses thin. We've just learned that our ultimate target is a scientist in our weapons development program. Okay, so basically a convoy mission. So we need firepower, but also a fair amount of mobility. So I am going to let us bring the Zeus as an assault mech, the Marauder, the Grasshopper, and the Vindicator. I think that'll probably be the best lineup for this. And let's see here. Who do we want to bring? We'll put Sidewinder on the bench for this one and bring Battlecry as commander. So Battlecry as the assault driver. Unicorn, as always, is our primary scout driver, so he'll be in the Vindicator. Game is doing something weird here with the mouse. That's a little bit alarming. Might be the push to talk. The Marauder and the Grasshopper. Bring Apocalypse. He's still the work-in-progress mech warrior right now. And then the Marauder, it'll be one of our high gunnery individuals. So probably Shudder or Noodle. No, Noodle has high spirits. So we'll do Breach Chop, multi-target, and Sensor Lock. Weird that I went Sensor Lock with this one. Anyways, we'll go with Noodle. Actually, flip Noodle for Apocalypse. There. Apocalypse can take the Marauder. I think the Grasshopper is kind of like that secondary scout, so we can make use of the sensor lock ability. Because it has jump jets, it has a little bit more mobility, while still having a considerable amount of firepower that Noodle will bring to the table. Every time I alt tab out, it takes away the sound, which is a little bit annoying. And it will happen a couple times, so that is my apologies. Smash and grab, baby. Extremely valuable. I'm working for the Capellans. I feel dirty. Never trust a freaking Capellan. That is the Battletech motto. I mean, to be honest, don't trust, like, any faction, but especially the Capellans. Okay. Get to the research facility, grab her, and we'll go. So, let's go here. So, one of the heavies, I'm not particularly picky on which one. Probably the Marauder would be best to carry the Scientist in. Because the Zeus can be, you know, in theory, worst comes to worst, the rear guard on his own. And we do have a vehicle over there. Let's see what it is. Sensor lock. It is a PPC Shrek carrier. A couple other buildings here. We got a 70-ton mech. Oh, so there is some interesting salvage. Can't get into a position that will allow us to shoot the Shrek, so we'll just sprint it. And then Apocalypse. Also sprint.
Max speed, no shooting.
I am going to reserve. I can't reserve. That's a little problematic. Okay, let's give them the Zeus to shoot at then. I was hoping I could get that the Shrek to move. And then actually get a shooting phase against him. Oh, he backed off. Okay. Can I get vision? No, still mysteries. A pair of 35-ton vehicles and an archer. Let's go with the precision strike on the archer.
Here it comes.
Archer salvage would be cool, but obviously with just one choice of salvage, we can't get enough, so I'm not too worried about doing like a double legging or anything like that. It will definitely be a case of killing it as fast as possible, and then like if we get lucky, we'll take some salvage from it. Throw out a bunch of lasers. Striker Narc is always annoying because we did get narked. It's not good. I was kind of hoping I could get at that Shrek, but alas, we cannot do that. So we'll move the Marauder up. Put some more fire into the Archer. So many LRMs on that thing. Oh boy. That is not going to be fun.
Taking heavy hits, Commander.
Waiting for orders.
Even Battlecry cannot actually hit the Shrek. So we'll unload some more fire into the Archer. We now have exposed torso and leg facing us.
What do you need?
What we need is another called shot on the Archer to delay his initiative phase. And also, ideally, do that. Left arm and left torso destroyed. And then we can jump jet the Vindicator back here. Because it is a little bit beat up right now. Although, I do think they'll go after the Grasshopper more because it is narked right now. At least that's what I do. Alright. So, since you're narked, we're just going to keep jump jetting. Might be able to kill the Striker before it can go. But at the same time, I kind of want to keep focusing the Archer because it is realistically the biggest danger on the battlefield. The 2 strikers are easy enough to deal with. They're annoying, but they're not doing a tremendous amount of actual damage.
I hear ya. On my way.
Alright. Our ridiculously armored Marauder gets to make its play. Not dead. Not dead. Alright, they are going to move the Archer. And he is going to go after the Assault Zeus mech.
Light damage.
That's fine. I would really like to get at that Trek, but I cannot get at that Trek. Still. There we go. We can eliminate the Archer. Would have preferred to get the Shrek, but
Mech destroyed.
because it's still going to get its turn, and boom, boom. The big PPCs on that thing are not to be fucked with, because if it hits me in the head, it's just not going to be very friendly. The whole thing is very unfriendly.
Location confirmed.
Alright. Let's go for the Striker Narc.
Engaging target.
Nope. Failed there. We can go after the Narc again. Hopefully get a kill on it.
Okay, for now.
Waiting on you, Commander.
We'll go with Apocalypse.
No need to tell me
Kind
twice.
of exposing him to everything, but has even more armor than the Zeus does. Man, I was kind of expecting that to actually kill the Narc, but it did not.
Hey,
Okay, Noodle.
here we go.
Let's go for the kill on the Shrek.
Engage.
Might have killed it had that laser not missed. Fortunately, it completely muffed its shots, and Battlecry is going to be able to just step on it.
I'm there. Engaging.
There we go. Shrek out of the way. Which again, this is the big reason, of course, that vehicles are slightly less threatening, because when it comes down to it, they really can just be stepped on. Although they do spread weapon fire damage bizarrely well. Okay.
I'm here.
Can't step on them,
Affirmative.
but hopefully can kill. Actually, let's see. Can we use the small lasers on this one? We can. Okay.
I'll try.
Mediums to the Narc, which is enough to kill it. And small lasers to the Striker. Lots of heat, though. Lots of heat. But the Marauder is fairly unheated. So. Boom, boom. There we go.
Knocked out a vehicle.
Alright, the way to the facility is wide open.
Copy.
Let's move, 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 and burn a fair amount of heat off the mechs,
Rolling.
ideally.
Up now.
I do want Apocalypse to carry the Scientist, so let's do that. I've never actually been able to figure out if that actually matters which one gets in there first, but better safe than sorry. Oh, okay. That was the mission. That was it. Okay. I was expecting a second wave. And we'd have to actually escort it somewhere. I mean, not that an Archer and 2 Strikers and a Shrek are nothing, but I was just thinking that there would be more. I did get the Archer salvage, which is nice, along with an SRM-6 and some LRM ammo. Very useful. Hello, Lurks. welcome to the stream. Alright. Next contract. Since nothing really happened there of anything noteworthy, a little bit surprised that I still have things that are restricted from me. Anyways, Titan attack. For an urgent assignment, we'd like your assistance with, Commander. We have a secret listening post on Barras. We just learned that Capellan agents have discovered the base's location. We need time to transmit all the data we've gathered into an orbit and troops. We're assault class mech. I like this. I want 3 choice of salvage. Let's do that. We're going to swap the Vindicator out for the Catapult on this one, I think. And we'll bring Zebroid as the ever-present Catapult Expert. LRM Boat Expert. And we'll give Apocalypse a break this time. And bring Shutter on the mission to get some XP. Let's go. What'll it be? What'll it be? We could use another assault mech. We really could. The Cyclops is almost online, which would be for the first time allow us to actually field an entire assault lance with the Highlander, the Zeus, the Annihilator, and the Cyclops, which would be very, very cool. I don't think there are many missions where I would actually want to use the full assault lance, just because, as good as it is, there are faults to an assault lance, mobility being a predominant key, and that would obviously be a problem with a lot of things. The Grave Walkers. I mean, the Grave Walkers are pretty famous. They're not like Wolf's Dragoons level or anything, but they're pretty famous. All right, let's see what we got here. No, wait, there it is.
I bet the bugs here on the side of your head.
Oh. Hold out for 10 rounds. There they are. Okay. So let's get ready to meet them.
Copy.
Actually, the Catapult should have gone back here. That was a mistake in deployment. And the Zeus up front.
I'm there.
There we go. Alright, 2 mediums. Let's see, we got a 50-tonner there. 40-tonner, 40-tonner. That should be 3 mediums, shouldn't it? We're in reserve. Because only the Catapult could have moved. And we don't want the Catapult moving right now. Okay, Assassin and a Cicada. So I want to take out that Cicada because it has long-range capabilities that are not really present with the with the Assassin with the Cicada. Let's see here. Actually, he's super close though. You know what? We'll go for the Cicada. Should be an easy enough kill. Stripped armor from like everywhere on the thing. Could you have brought your firepower a little in closer? Okay, so we got an LRM boat back there. Archer Catapult would be my guess. We're gonna go with a melee attack, saves heat, and probably enough to get the kill. There we go.
Hostile removed.
And then
Waiting for orders.
Zebroid.
On my way.
My catapulty friend. Ooh, wait a minute. I thought I saw a mech on the hill line here. Maybe it was just a tree that looked like a mech. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. And then the Zeus can move out to probably finish off the destruction here. I mean, if I had a called shot available, I probably could get the kill here, but it'll probably take another turn. But significant damage, limited ability. Although I do like the fact that the assassin does, like, you know, put in like a stance. Oh, Trebuchet. You are going to be a problem. Let's back the catapult up. Let's go for the killing shot here. Don't think it'll actually get the kill, but worth a shot. Did open up the center torso and did get a knockdown. Okay. So we'll get... I was going to say we're going to get a called shot, but they're going to smartly activate the assassin before we can do anything. Okay. And it's going to engage us. That's even better. Okay. So, step 1.
Waiting for orders.
I'm going to take Noodle and melee attack the trebuchet. Didn't honestly expect it to be that effective, but it is. Ah, it's a catapult. That's not an assault level mech, though. So we still haven't seen this assault mech that they're talking about.
Receiving it.
Okay. Let's go precision strike. Center torso.
Let's see.
On the trebuchet. Didn't open up the center. I'm a little disappointed by that. And use the Zeus to finish off the assassin. We should get some good salvage from that, actually. Assassin mech would not be a bad addition. Okay. I think we have to finish this treb off. If we can. Could have gone for the catapult, but without this treb, I don't think the catapult can even see the buildings, right? Because it's not close enough to. It's not close enough to be acting as its own,
Standing by.
its own guide, as it were. From this angle, please.
There. Okay.
There we go. Got the kill. Oh, ready. I was right. Excellent. Alright.
Affirmative.
I have a precision strike. Center torso.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Not really interested in salvage off the catapult. We already have a C1 catapult.
That hit something good.
I mean, it's a very cool mech, don't get me wrong, but it's
Standing by.
like, what are we going to use it for that we're not already using the catapult for? Head kick.
Eliminated.
Nice. Let's get a little bit further out, shall we?
Okay, let's go.
Want to guard from multiple angles, though. So there's not much over here. So they are more or less coming from one direction. So let's guard from this direction. Where are they?
No retreat.
Where's the enemy contact? Is it away from where we're deployed? It is not. I don't see it. This is a slight problem. Can I reserve?
Sure, just forget about me.
There it is. So they are coming in from over here. And it's an 80-ton assault mech. Okay, so let's go. The closest is the Marauder. That's a Zeus. Okay, so Zeus 6S.
Commander?
So identical to the one that we have in terms of, like, raw capability, but not necessarily the direct layout. Want to give it some things to shoot at, so we'll put up a barrage of missiles. That will probably be the only shooting I actually get into it this turn, because everything else is just rushing back, basically. Because I did not see the outline. Can I bring the lasers in? Can I get a direct line of sight on the Zeus with medium laser range? I cannot. So LRM barrage again. Not really much point in doing a called shot because
Ready for orders.
we don't have a lot of like very good to aim weaponry, but this one we do. So I got an AC-5, large laser, 2 medium lasers, LRM. Where's the LRM launcher? Is on the right arm. Okay. I kind of want to take care of that because in terms of the buildings, that's its most effective weapon. And we definitely want to eliminate its building threat. So we're just going to have to sprint with the grasshopper.
Going as fast as I can.
Okay. Have we drawn its attention? We have. No, not my catapult. Not my beautiful catapult.
Waiting for orders.
On the bright side, it did move to where our Zeus can engage it. But just with the autocannon.
Engaging target.
There we go.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, so now that I don't need to be in laser range, let's get a little further away. He can still absolutely hit us with some of his weaponry, but we probably move out of his medium laser range at least.
I'm here. All right.
Jump over. Called shot. Finish that LRM off. There we go. Both torsos are open.
What's up, boss?
And interestingly, the center torso is still fairly healthy. This is good. It does mean that we might be able to get a little bit more salvage. Not that I really want another Zeus, but like, you know, the salvage value is still quite high. It's almost knocked down as well. And we're slowly getting rid of its weaponry. So that's good. Can I get
Standing by.
the Zeus in range? I know I meant to step into the dust spores, but, you know, there we go. There we go. Okay, precision strike. Going for the other torso. And that is limited down to just a medium laser. I'm surprised the medium lasers weren't in the same torso, and that it was the large laser that it can, like, zombie with. Should be able to get a knockdown here with the long-range missile launcher. I would think. I would hope. Might be a kill, though. Yeah, it's a kill. Whatever. I wasn't super interested in the salvage from that. In fact, I'm actually kind of more interested in some of the other mech salvage we had, like the Assassin, for example, which I think has plenty available. So let's have a look. Okay, we do have enough to make an Assassin mech. Very nice. And then I guess we'll grab the Zeus salvage. Unless there's something cool in equipment. No, not really. Confirm. Also picked up a piece of a trebuchet and a cicada for our troubles.
Mech is ready to fight, Commander.
Let's have a look at the mech bays. No. So the Assassin. What we have here is a 40-ton mech, I want to say. It's pretty nice. We'll move the Griffin into the sort of like heavy bay here. Okay, let's go to the refit. Now what can we do with it? It's got 1 energy hardpoint, 2 missile, and a bunch of support weapons. Now obviously the energy hardpoint you'd want to go with something like a sniper build. So like the large PPC here would probably be ideal. And then for the missiles, probably we want to go like an SRM-6 and then an LRM-5. But then we're overweight. So maybe not. what is this? Ignores 3 evasion. So yeah, it's really a headhunter mech. So the question is, how do we... The PVC is really heavy, though. It's 7 tons for it. It's almost a quarter of the mech's total ability. What about the large lasers? The large laser would... Okay, so the large laser would save us 2 tons. I think that's the way to go. And to be honest, I'm honestly thinking that, like, do you need any other weaponry on this thing? Some close range defense ability would be good. So let's grab a pair of SRM2s. And then we can grab a ton of SRM ammo for them. There. What's the SRM ammo count, by the way? 100 rounds. So that's 50. That'd be 50 apiece, so 25 shots apiece. Yeah, it's more than enough. And then our other 2 tons would go to probably jump jets, I would think. Problem is, I'd like it if you give me a jump stat range here. But that's the... Well, oh, hang on. We can put more jumps. Okay, more jump jets. There we go. 4 jump jets. Probably doesn't run... It probably doesn't have great mobility. And it would be an incredibly situational mech. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. And that's why I kind of wanted it.
Waiting on you, Commander.
Let's do
Yes, Commander.
some skilling of the mech warriors here.
Standing by. Commander.
Well, really just Apocalypse, I think. Because Zebroid piloting is not anything I need from him. I want that last gunnery and the last tactics thing for him. Because he's just doing missile boat things. Alright. So... we have got Reconquest. Commander, we've just received a distress signal from one of our facilities on the planet. A team of pirate terrorists have seized control of the primary base, executed the base's commander, subverted the base's system. Satellite imaging tells us they're prepping an assault on the secondary. Force more time to save the secondary base. Got to intercept mechs, destroy a base, save a base, and there are base defense systems. Sounds like a mess. Sounds like a base mess. Let's go with 2 salvage choice. And this is probably the lance that we're going to go with here. Like, we still want some mobility. We still want the catapult for the long range aspect. And the Grasshopper and the Marauder are still probably our best fits there. And the Zeus is an obvious one, unless we want to bring the big ass Annihilator. I don't think we do want to bring the big ass Annihilator. Alright, let's go do this. 3.5 skull. The skull ratings are sometimes, I don't know, they're a little weird at times when we just have like, we have not great stuff, I guess, in a nutshell. Bum, 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 bum. Increasingly finding it difficult to figure out ways to work PPCs into the way I like to fight. It just seems like such a painful to use weapon system for me. There we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Let's get this on. Oh, I hate this map. It kills my frame rate. Okay. Welcome to the party, Argo. Glad you can give us a hand. Happy to help out, Commander. We've been tasked with taking down a base that's been captured by pirate terrorists. Before we go, however, you'll need to intercept the pirate lance closing in on our position. We'll have some backup from the form of defense turrets, but they won't stand up long against the actual mechs. We'll make sure the commander's attention, or they'll destroy the friendly facility. The only way to stop the attack entirely is to break the command and control, which means taking that enemy facility. That should be a top priority. Okay.
Civilization. Finally.
So the attackers are there, which is between us and the base. Okay, so that's at least there's that.
Hey.
So you can tell my graphics are glitching when it can't even load in the the Zeus. There. Is it really gonna stay that purple outline the whole time? That's gonna be terrible. All right, Phoenix Hawk. Something there, which is a 65-ton mech.
Yes, Commander. Roger.
Putting some fire into the Phoenix Hawk.
Target acquired.
Bleed some of that evasion off. Okay.
I'm here.
Grasshopper.
Engaging.
We're going to go up and engage the heavy here. Ah, catapult. Let's go for call strike. Center torso.
This might hurt.
Not expecting a kill, but peeled the armor off of it. Nice, nice, nice. 70-tonner back there.
Receiving you.
Move up shutter.
Confirmed.
Can we get another called shot? We cannot. So we're reliant on a couple of these shots hitting center torso. And we did get some. It's hurt. Okay. We can probably finish that off with the grasshopper, which means that I can send... Never mind. We'll send battle. We'll use battle cry for it as well. If we get the kill now, I mean, it's obviously one gun off the field. Nope, didn't get the kill.
Reporting critical hit.
So probably was the wrong idea there. Especially with our catapult, Zebroid, a little bit alone now. So let's move him closer. And unload into the Phoenix Hawk again. There we go. That'll be the Phoenix Hawk that should be moving. There it is. Would love to get my hands on a Phoenix Hawk, actually, now that I think about it. Probably would be better the assassin's role than the actual assassin is. Okay.
No.
Noodle, if you wouldn't mind going and smacking that catapult.
I'd rather use weapons, but
There we go. Okay, so there's only 2 more. But there are additional waves that might be coming in, so we do want to destroy as fast as possible. Ooh, Archer. Me wants the salvage.
what's up, boss?
There are a couple things you can count on in life. That I want Archer salvage, and that the Archer will be an absolute pain in the ass. Center torso shot. Just going for the kills right now.
Commander? I'm there.
This is so annoying. Okay. Full alpha strike into the Phoenix Hawk. And we kind of got lucky there, I think. Machine gun ammo explosion takes out the mech.
Hot damn. Let's do
Okay.
What's up, boss?
Zebroid, moving on up with the catapult. Fire the alpha. Fire the missile barrage to the archer. I mean, in theory, we could have gone for a called shot there, but oh. Commander, looks like they spread out. Clean them up. Our employers would have to. Interesting. Okay, now I want to use that called shot.
Damage looks light, Commander.
Okay, so Noodle. Nope, not Noodle. Shutter.
Standing by.
Want the Marauder to do it.
I copy.
Because those autocannons are way more effective at peeling away this archer than the lasers on the Grasshopper are going to be. There we go.
No. Moving.
Didn't do the job, but hey, we do what we can. And we can get in range with even the small lasers. And now the archer's going to go. Going after my catapult! LRM slap fight!
Waiting for orders.
You are not going to ignore the Zeus. I don't know how to break this to you, but you're just not. Center torso is open. Medium lasers crit. Nice.
Scored a critical hit.
Standing by.
Alright, if Zebroid could get the kill here, it'd be nice. Oop, gonna do a called shot, even though it's an LRM boat. And lots of damage, but I was legitimately hoping that that would be the kill. This 75 or 45 ton mech, and
Okay, you can cut it out now.
I'm gonna guess an enforcer. Large laser and a big caliber autocannon on a medium mech. It's pretty much got to be an enforcer, right? Like, I mean, it could be like a blackjack or something, but it's not how the game normally builds them.
Ready for orders.
All right, let's go for the. I should use the Grasshopper for that, actually.
Engaging.
Knockdown. I kind of wanted the kill.
Hey.
Okay,
Affirmative.
we'll do it this way then. There we go.
Copy that. Firing out.
There. Archer down.
Target.
5 rounds to the next round of reinforcements.
Commander.
And the Zeus can get in there on the Phoenix Hawk. No called shot, though. I'm a little surprised at that we don't have enough morale for that. Okay. Their turn. Oh, my turn, apparently. Interesting.
Got it.
Okay. This can be a called shot, though. Which does feel like a waste to use on a missile boat, but still. That will get us another turn of shooting at the Phoenix Hawk before it can go again. Ooh, another Phoenix Hawk. Who's got the big autocannon, though? Phoenix Hawks do not carry a ballistic hardpoint, so my theory that it's an enforcer still stands. It is an enforcer. There we go. Okay.
They're shooting at me.
Probably the Grasshopper is our best bet right now.
Copy.
Can't... Oh, we can do another called shot. Awesome. Alright, let's do that.
You say so.
That'll give us the Marauders round of shooting into the Phoenix Hawk as well. That's good. And the Marauder currently is very low on heat, which means
Firing all.
we could just let it have it. Now, Part of me was kind of hoping that it would be a kill. I probably want to go after that Enforcer next. What are you doing meleeing my Grasshopper, boy? I mean, I know you have machine guns, and that makes you pretty good for melee, but still. Still a bit of a question. And, oh, look at that. The Zeus can just walk up and smashy smashy. There we go.
I need a new target.
That is something from the base, I imagine. Base turrets.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I know. I did figure that out, Mr. Oliveira.
Moving to position.
Let's not assume your boss is a complete idiot, please.
Firing on target.
Unload into the Enforcer. Because that autocannon and that large... Well, really that autocannon. Because the Phoenix Hawk has a large laser too. Have me just a slight bit nervous. Because they have peeled a fair amount of armor off the Grasshopper. It would not surprise me if they were able to damage it. In a manner that would require some time in the mech bay. Yeah, 518. See... The vital areas of the mech are still fairly healthy, but everything else is fairly beat up. So where's the autocannon? Right arm? Right arm it is. There we go.
Right here.
One could argue that the Grasshopper should back off and try to not be in the path of weaponry, but the turrets can fire far enough that I don't think I could effectively back it off far enough. So
Standing by.
we'll do that. Alright.
Coordinates received.
Called shot on the downed Enforcer. Didn't get the kill. A little disappointed. There comes the fire from the turrets. Big old LRM launcher. I do need to get that Grasshopper out of there.
No.
So that'll be my goal next time. I'll put the Grasshopper on
On my way.
turret defense, I guess. Base defense, I should say. There we go. Enforcer gone.
Hostile removed.
And I'm kind of hoping that the baited catapult here will draw this Phoenix Hawk into fighting it. And I was right. So that's good.
Light damage. Holding firm.
Yes, Commander.
Called shot. Center torso. Just want the kill. Open torso is ideal.
Yes, Commander.
And jump the Grasshopper
Roger
back. And unload my medium lasers into the Phoenix Hawk. And that is a kill. And that will deny the base line of sight, in theory. So that is good.
Waiting for order.
We can sprint the Zeus up and get it up in the base's face. That would probably be our best play. Okay, Commander, reinforcements inbound to this location. So we'll have to intercept that.
Yes, Commander.
Let's send Zebroid up with the Zeus. And what they're going to do is they're going to challenge the base. And Stutter can sprint around to be our front line against that reinforcement wave. With Noodle and the Grasshopper as backup.
Commander?
Just no. Sprint. Okay, found the heavy LRM turret. And we have given them the Zeus as the only target to shoot at.
Light damage. Holding firm.
There we go. Dropping in. Also, the catapult can help out with this fight, too. That's a pretty heavy lance, actually.
Orders?
Let's reserve. It'll be the Zeus, I think, that is going to have to take on the whole thing with the base. Base versus the Zeus, I think, can work out.
Right here. Order.
Okay. Let's bring the Marauder in. Make it visible. Got the Vindicator and the Kintaro. Better chance to hit on the Kintaro. Center torso.
Targeting horizontal.
Might have been able to get back angle on the Vindicator. So that's a little bit disappointing. Dragon.
Yes, Commander.
We'll get vision on the last one, which is an Orion. Best chance to hit is still the Kintaro. And we'll again do a cold shot center torso. A couple stray shots did hit the Vindicator. And the Orion also isn't going to shoot at us. So this means that we will move the catapult in to this fight because the best chance to hit would be the Orion, but we have already started on the Kintaro. And I like to keep my fire focused. Also, the Kintaro is going to be a bit annoying, I think, as far as the base is concerned, because it's the LRM boat of the group. Although, chances are kind of high that some of the other mechs also have LRM capability.
Rolling.
Okay. So, the Zeus, heavy LRM turrets, Shredder turret, and Shredder turret. The LRM turret is obviously the biggest threat, so let's take that out. There we go. That's the one that's going to be able to shoot at all times. Also, we might get some allied turret help. There we go. I like that. But I think we have to keep all the buildings alive, which is going to be hard. That's the Shredder turret, which I can outmaneuver and avoid. I need to destroy that Shredder turret, though.
It's go time.
Okay. What moved? Taro, Dragon, Ryan. Oh, the little one. The Vindicator. Okay.
Commander. Roger.
Just hammer my way through that building like it's nothing. Chance to hit is the best against the Kintaro. And hey, we got a leg open. They're just ignoring my... They're just largely ignoring the mechs. That's like the first shot that they've taken at them. Okay.
I just realized I'm sitting on the fusion reactor.
It is slightly concerning that you just realize you're sitting on the fusion reactor. Kintaro is the answer. Center torso. You could argue I should go for the leg there, but I just want death.
Critical hit, Commander.
On them, I should say. That's the Grasshopper taking fire, which is not desirable. Grasshopper has been very beat up. So, again, we will offer the Marauder as a very tempting target. And hopefully finish off the Kintaro. There we go. Wave 2 is going to be here in 3 rounds, too. But I am not terribly far away from actually having the base dealt with, so there is that.
I'm there.
Okay. I need to destroy 4 buildings, but the Shredder needed to go down first.
Enemy eliminated.
Problem is, I've only got 1 mech in there. And we are taking a little bit more fire. And that's that's an LRM turret, which might have to be dealt with, but we probably need to start eating at buildings next turn. The dragon is drawing fire from the friendly base. This one I can avoid. Okay, so they are shooting at the Capellan base.
Mech warriors, show them what you've got.
No! No, no, no! I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
Structure damage.
Standing by.
Okay. So we got the catapult. The biggest threat is the Orion. And let's get a called shot into it.
On it.
That way we can get 3 rounds of shooting into him before he can move. And maybe, just maybe, we can get the kill. We also managed to draw fire away from the Grasshopper. That's good.
Losing armor.
Standing by.
Alright. I want to get the back angle on the Orion. Good thing I have a called shot. We will not fire the small lasers. Going hot right now. There we go. Rear structure is wide open. If I could get the kill with just a melee attack, that would be cool, but I'm not actually confident I can. And didn't get the kill with that either, which is a problem. But they're going to use it... Well, not that it matters. I mean, I guess this means that a turret might be able to finish the Orion off, but they're not in its back arc, which is where we've done all the damage. Okay. So we're doing fine. We can largely let the... Just trying to think of like the easiest to kill buildings here. There are only 4 of them, right? Oh, there's 5 of them. Alright, so let's start with the small corporate building. There we go.
Run it down, Commander.
Did our turrets do nothing? I'm very disappointed that our turrets may have done nothing. A little bit of damage to the catapult, not desirable, but the Orion will be dead before it can fire again, I think, easily. And there's our turrets. The reinforcements will be showing up kinda soon, though. And they are still going after Noodle's Grasshopper.
Waiting for orders. Aye, aye.
I don't want to use up the catapult shot on... So I'm going to go for a called shot on the Vindicator. See if I can get the... See if I can get the turrets to start targeting that bastard. Oh! Lucky us.
Right here.
They screwed the pooch on that one. And... did not move the Orion. Which is dead. There we go. Like it. Like it. Like it a lot. Can we get a cold shot?
On my way.
Can't get a cold shot. Could get some shots into the back of the dragon, but they're all low chance to hit. So we're going to go with the Orion. Or the Vindicator. Destroy the heat sink.
Critical hit, Commander.
Cool. And... yeah, I don't care about you. I need to destroy this base. ASAP.
Waiting for orders. I'm there.
It's not going to be enough time. That second wave is going to hit us. But the large military building is just not going to die. Oh. Come on, turrets. You can get that Vindicator. I will be really, really happy. No, not the dragon. We're in the back arc of the dragon. I don't give a shit. Hopefully they'll come back and try and defend the base, because then the Zeus can tangle with them. Although, do I see a Warhammer in there? 55-ton mech.
Yes, Commander.
Okay, I need to kill this guy. Pronto. Center torso.
Roger.
Let it rip. I like it, but it didn't die. Knocked out?
One.
Just unsteady. Disappointing. Okay. So 3 medium mechs.
Standing by.
I want... Stutter. Shudder to go for the kill.
Confirmed.
There we go. Just the dragon left. Problem is that our grasshopper is pretty combat ineffective right now. That's a dragon. Oh no, that's the dragon that we were already fighting. Never mind. He's not giving us his back anymore, but his back is facing the
Yes, Commander.
the turrets. Bleed some heat off. And hide. Okay. 70-ton mech.
Commander.
We can destroy probably 2 buildings this turn.
Rolling.
The large and the medium corporate building. With multi-target. So, basically 1 medium laser should do it.
Multiple targets confirmed.
And medium is down. And not enough for the large. Okay. 2 surviving turrets get to do their worst. Actually, really have done very little to the Zeus. And our turrets get to hit the backside of the dragon. If they could kill that dragon, I would be very, very happy. His rear armor is going quick.
Commander. Moving out.
Okay, Zebroid. Should be able to do a precision strike. Again, nothing fancy. Center torso. Going after the engine. Going for the kill. This Vulcan is getting quite close. Shudder.
On it.
That was not nearly as effective as I was hoping.
Right here.
Use the jump jets for the evasion. Called strike. Full medium laser barrage. Center torso. Center torso is open. And his AC5 is gone.
That looked like a critical hit.
Come on, turrets. Finish the job.
Barely hit, Commander. Standing by.
Can we get the base this turn?
I'm there.
Multi-target A, B. Just the 2 medium lasers into there. Okay. There we go. Just enough. But not enough to kill the medium military building. Yes! The turrets got the dragon. They're starting work on the Vulcan now. But wave 3 is almost here. Now, will the waves stop when I destroy their base? Because if so, we've got this. If not, this could still get interesting.
Firing all weapons.
Got some good damage there.
Got a lock on.
I mean, either way, it would allow the Zeus to come back, which is
Yes,
good.
Commander. Copy.
Grasshopper. You would not mind unloading a healthy dose of lasers into the Vulcan? It is a Warhammer.
What's up, boss? Moving out.
Warhammer v Marauder. Soon I will be able to feel this beauty. This sexy ass mech. What is its stock loadout? I need to look at that next time. Going after the catapult. That's good.
Internal structure damage.
I prefer they go after the Marauder, but I also realize that they're not going to go after the Marauder.
Coordinates
Okay.
received.
So again, split fire. What's left on A? 23. So 2 medium lasers are needed. Everything else can go into the turret. There we go. Yep. I know we can extract. Got it. Nice.
Target destroyed.
I don't think I can get out of here before engaging these mechs, though. So, here's hoping the turrets can pick up the kill on the Vulcan. Would be nice. Or at least, like, leave it seriously damaged so that 1 round of shooting from a mech can do it. Because we still have to deal with that Warhammer. And something else, I think. 2 other things, I think, actually.
Good to go.
Okay. So... yeah, there they are. The Vulcan and the Wolverine.
Roger that.
Okay. Can we do a Cold Strike? We can do a Cold Strike. Vulcan, center torso. Armor is open. Jump jets destroyed.
Reporting critical.
Very nice. This will allow these guys to get some shots in on the buildings, though. Okay, yeah. I know you're taking fire. Chill your tits. I need your tits to be chill. Alright.
Firing a full salvo.
If we can get lucky here, this Vulcan will die. Thank you.
Hope we can salvage that.
Okay. So it's a PPC boat. Zebroid's catapult is getting very beat up, which is not good.
If you say so.
I mean, admittedly, we've only really got the Warhammer shooting at us, though, so that is good. And hopefully we can bring the Zeus into this fight soon. And their turrets. Okay.
Standing by.
Battle cry. We're going to just move this time, finish the turret off, and then from here on in, it's like, you know, run, run, run to get back to the fight. One of the few times I wish I had LRMs on this Zeus. They're going after... They'll probably attack the 2 medium mechs that they're fighting with, or that are attacking the base. Looks like predominantly they're going after the Vulcan, which is the good call. The Vulcan is the more killable mech. Infinitely so. Wolverines are pretty damn tough.
Receiving you.
I need to get you away
Act on.
from that fight. Plus, you're an LRM boat. You don't need to be taking abuse, because you can do that. Okay, the Vulcan's going after the turrets. This is actually good, because I do not want to lose a building. I'm gonna make the Marauder a huge, juicy target right now.
Firing at enemy 6.
And just fire the ballistic weapons, because they are less heat
Yes,
producing.
Commander.
This one is also burning up. Can we... Yeah, I think we have to do this as well.
Copy.
Just get away from the Warhammer. Make the Warhammer fight the Marauder and the Zeus. I was going to say, please tell me that's not a base building that just got blown up by the turrets.
Waiting for orders.
Also, the Marauder now has the back of the Warhammer, so that is kind of ideal. That really couldn't have worked out all that much better, to be honest. I'd prefer if they went after the Vulcan with the turrets.
Hot damn.
That's
Level 2.
just me. Okay.
Orders.
Block line of sight from the Warhammer. And go for it against the Vulcan again. Alright, side torsos are open. Oh no! No, 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 no!
I
No!
lost a weapon.
That was me fucking up, if we're being honest. Alright, so called shot. Back torso. Please tell me we can alpha. We can. There we go. How does it have a machine gun? I didn't even think it... Oh, support weaponry, right?
Here.
Let's go full evasion.
I regret this.
Center torso.
Roger that.
Open. Nice.
Critical hit, Commander.
Now, can we get some solid fire from the turrets, please?
Commander?
Because the Zeus is just at this point sprinting like a madman to get back to the fight.
Copy that, Commander.
In hindsight, maybe I should have sent the Marauder to do the base kill, but I don't know. I don't think it would have worked out any better. Our catapult is going to be down for serious damage, though, after this.
Let's get this done.
Okay, they get the first move. And are still... As long as they don't have to hit the head on Zebroid, we're okay.
Waiting for orders. Coordinates received.
Oh, we've lost everything on him. Great. Called shot. Where are his weapons? Medium laser in the torso. Minigun in the left arm. Is there anything over here? That one would be the better one to take out. So, right torso, called shot. Here we go.
Walking on target.
And we got it!
That hit something good.
Destroyed that whole laser section on his side. Oh, he had already shot, though. I thought the Wolverine shot. Alright, no more fire for the catapult.
Shot went internal.
One, he's only got 2 medium lasers left, so, like, you know, there's that.
Ready for orders.
Stutter.
Aye, aye.
No called shot available. Better chance to hit on the Vulcan. Probably also better chance to kill the Vulcan. Didn't kill it, but came very close, and I've eliminated it more or less as a threat. So, good job. Okay.
Standing by.
Noodle, my girl.
Roger that.
I kind of screwed up there, and I can't actually shoot the Wolverine. Okay, so let's go for the kill. What's got left? 40? We could do that in 2 lasers. We'll go 3 just to be sure. There we go. Pilot incapacitated. A lot of heat taken away. And hopefully the turrets can open us up something here on the Wolverine. They do have its back.
Standing by.
And the Zeus once again has nothing to do but strut its stuff in its lovely pinkness. This is admittedly preventing the Wolverine from killing the buildings. Although in a manner that may end up with a very steep repair bill for the Iron Venom. I was hoping that would explode. It did not, though. Okay, he went after a turret. Excellent.
Standing by.
I mean, can't get a shot at him anyway, so we'll just kind of build up some evasion just in case.
Right here.
There we go.
Yeah, here we go.
See if the grasshopper... Come on, Noodle. Bring it on home. Full alpha strike. Called shot.
Copy that. Firing out strike.
Nothing. Gotta be kidding me.
Waiting for orders.
A little angry now.
Position confirmed.
Called strike again. We got it. We might as well use it.
Giving him everything I've got.
There we go. Phew. That cost more than it should have. But we are leaving the system, so, you know, time for repairs between transit to star systems is good before we go off and face off with the red hairs. So that's not too bad. Welcome, Crunch Chip Chip, to the stream. Guys can stay high in the chat, you know. Oh, that's going to be a steep repair bill for those 2 mechs. Okay, we can get an Archer 2S out of the deal, which is great. There's no other mech that we can make without some luck. The Kintaro 18 would be a decent pickup. And probably what I'm going to go with, unless there is actually a double plus large laser. That's worth my time. I'm not opposed to that. Oh wait, triple plus. I see a triple plus medium laser. And you know I just am always going to be on that. So, we'll grab that. Actually, if the Archer Salvage didn't give me another mech, I wouldn't go for it, but can't resist a mech. And we did get another medium plus lasers. That's also good. So there we go. Okay. Let's handle the repairs first, then we'll talk about what we're going to do with the archer. Welcome, Gigantus. Okay, Mech Bay. Okay, so the Grasshopper, I think, just needs repair. And with everything in there, I'm not going to bother refitting what I don't need to refit. But the Catapult does need full-on refit. So we're going to repair the head, replace and replace. I'm kind of curious why that other LRM wasn't firing, because it should have still had ammo with 3 tons and a surviving torso, but okay. Missile weapons. We don't have anything fancy. So we'll do that. And then 3 tons of LRM ammo. And 2 heat sinks, I do believe, will be required. I don't really need these heat sinks, do we? Let's pull the heat sinks out. Can we do jump jets? 1, 2 jump. Come on. 2 jump jets. Alright, we give that jump jet capability now. It increases our average range, increases our movement, firepower is up. Let's go with that. Going to be less heat efficient, but I keep saying I want jump jets on the catapult. Do a Dwarf Fortress speed run. No? Alright, so that brings us to the Archer. Now, the Archer is basically a catapult, but it's heavier. It's got an extra 5 tons. And it has a... Ooh, hello. Plus 75% SRM stability, plus LRM clustering. So it's a better one. I didn't even think about that. Okay. What about... Ooh. Oh, be still my palpitating spleen. Yeah! Nice. 2 medium lasers in the center torso. It's very heat inefficient right now. So we'll hold off on more weaponry. LRM ammo, 120. So what if we do 2 tons per launcher in the legs? And then that leaves us room for 2 heat sinks in the center torso. Not bad. A little lower than I'd want, but it does the job. And here's the thing. We can drop the armor on the arms for a ton to get an additional heatsink. There we go. A little bit better. Gives us a full extra bar. Nice. We can also strip some armor from here and add it to the... I want to full up this torso because it's got the missile guidance suite. And then whatever we have left can go to the left torso. There we go. That I like. That I like. It doesn't take advantage of the arm hard points, but it still works nicely, and it's very effective. Heldar's playing Battletech. Shout out to Heldar. Okay. So we got that to work. Now we have a date with some red hairs, which is right there, I think. 16 days travel time, which frankly we probably could use to get all the repairs going here, because 16 days will take us to like the Jenner being up in the Highlander, the Cyclops, the Panther, Centurion. So let's just go there directly. No need to dally. Let's go do ourselves a flashpoint mission. Traveling there. Cyclops. We'll be able to debut the Cyclops, which would be Q, which is a nice SRM boat. I mean, mech pics are... There are already mech feet pics on my OnlyFans. Let's be honest. That's already a thing that has happened. Highlander is ready. Panther is ready. Jenner will be ready before we get there. Sadly, the Warhammer won't be, I don't think. We'd have to wait for that. And I promised a Warhammer debut here, and then I screwed it up by going with that large triple plus laser. So, I do apologize. Oh no, it will be ready! Okay! Yeah. We're good. We're good on money. We're good. I'd like a storyline during jump would be nice. There we go. Class warfare. Ray's voices echo down the mess hallway, and you arrive to find Unicorn nose to nose with Apocalypse. Hey, new boy, get the fuck out of Unicorn's face. Noble. So I've had this one before. Basically, Apocalypse is being a little shit because he's a noble. And Unicorn is doing shit. Ooh, I haven't been able to do the fight in the gym. Two mech warriors circle in a makeshift boxing ring while the crew shouts encouragement. Both mech warriors taking a beating over the course of rounds, but while Apocalypse is training, Unicorn has the will to win. Apocalypse flagging and backing down against the ropes starts with a final surge of energy. In response to predictable assault, Unicorn turns one of Apocalypse's own moves against him. Early in the fight, Apocalypse had staggered Unicorn with it. Now, Apocalypse goes down hard. As the referee reaches a 10 count, the crowd goes wild. So they're both injured, and high spirits for Unicorn with a morale increase. I am entirely happy with that result. Plus, I'd done everything else, I think. That was the first time I had that option. Probably the first time that had come up while I had a gym would be the key. Do not start the succession one quite yet. First, let's check on the mech bag. Where are we at, Yang? I also need to move this archer there. There we go. So we have all the assaults ready. We have the Warhammer and the Marauder. So yeah, we can do a full combat. We have no LRM boat. That'd be the one downside. Got the Griffin ready. Got the Vindicator ready. Got the Centurion, the Hunchback. Both the light mechs are ready. We could do an all-assault lance now for the first time ever. So that's fine. Let's have a quick look at the store, because we do have 13.5 million in stocks. Could buy an entire Cataphract, but I don't really like the Cataphract mech. Could buy another Highlander. Not really interested in anything else here. Urban mech salvage. Nah, nothing awesome in terms of weaponry. Alright, and then we'll check the hiring hall out. Goat fuck some compellents. Ooh, Guinness is a very solid one. He's got high gunnery, high guts. So unfortunately just a skill set I don't really need. Prancer, Red Eye, Taboo. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really stands out there. Alright, let's get to the mission. Well, let's check the barracks. Are the... Yeah, so Apocalypse is down and Unicorn is down. So I don't have my primary scout driver, and I don't have Zebroid, which could also be a bit of a problem. But we do have a pretty good lineup here. Sidewinder's ready, as is Stutter and Battlecry. Noodle and Chimera can step up and fill that extra role. It can still work. Shutter can be the scout, if need be. So let's go have a look. All right. Question is, we got a half hour left in the stream. Can I get a flashpoint done in a half hour? Feel like we kind of can start it. Let's have a look at it and see if it's a consecutive deployment or not. That will tell us, I think, a fair amount. Ooh, 4 skulls. Black sight, I like that. Working for the Davians, too. Okay. So flashpoint available. Not consecutive deployments. Okay, let's get this done. We're working for the Draconis Combine against the Red Hair Irregulars. Associate mine on Primus is in desperate need of assistance. If you're open to a little subcontracting, I'll make it worth your while. The tonnage requirement is light. A rare weapon is R, and it's a short engagement length. Okay, let's do that. Let's finish off with the flashpoint. Commander Moffrey. It's Yamaguchi again. Just the mercenary I was hoping to see. I have a favor to ask of you. There's a woman here, a compelling dignitary's favor I must curry. I think that I can win her over, but I'm going to need your help. The Capellans. With respect, Shugo Yamaguchi, I'm surprised that you're going to the trouble. Primus is a backwater Capellan farming world. Why would you want some local dignitaries? Thanks. In truth, I don't, but there are some people in the Combine. Influence. Why does this guy always pull off the, like, I really don't actually want this, but there are people who do. You're really not working for me. You're working for other people in the Combine. People have developed an interest in this sleepy little planet. I'm under orders to facilitate their ambitions, and in turn that has required me to ingratiate myself with the locals. And so I find myself in my current predicament. Our dignitary is a woman of influence, a voting member of the Primus Planetary Authority, the PPA. I don't care whether she likes me or not, but I absolutely must have her political support. Need you to get it for me. I get the general feeling that Yamaguchi doesn't in any way care about if anyone likes him. Lady Helene Kulin. She's experiencing mercenary troubles of a sort, and she needs mercenary assistance to resolve them. To be honest, I'm a little hazy on the details. Lady Helene isn't always as lucid as she could be, but whatever the nature of her problem, I have no doubt you'll find a solution for it. Just do whatever she asks of you. Make her happy. When she is happy, I'll be happy, and you'll get paid. As long as her request is within reason. With respect, Mr. Oliver, you're trained killers. She's a provincial aristocrat. Can't imagine there's anything she's going to ask you that takes you too far to your comfort zone. You're about to get your chance. I'm going to put you in touch with Lady Helen. The sooner you get over this, the better. Out of respect for our mutual privacy, I will vacate the conversation, but I'll be in touch with her after her needs have been satisfied. Commander Moffrey, what a pleasure it is to finally meet you. Renaud has been singing your praises for ages now, and it's good to put a face to the name. I'm sure Renaud has told you I am Lady Helene Kulin, overseer of Shentia province, and third peer of the Primus Planetary Authority. Quite a mouthful, I know, but propriety demands that I use the full title. Fate has placed a burden on my shoulders. It's almost more than I can bear. There is a mercenary train killer who calls herself Yetu. She has injured me both personally and professionally, has caused great distress to my son, Lord Angus Kulin. Indeed, my beloved boy has been so traumatized by Yetu and her band of miscreants that he's confined himself to the Red Roost, our family stronghold. I can hardly get him to take foot outside the building anymore. For my son's sake and for the sake of my house, I need you to hunt down Yetu and eliminate her. I cannot rest until the terrible woman lies dead. What she got for backup? She has friends. She calls them the Allies of Convenience. If you can call them that. Allies of Convenience may be a better description. They call themselves the Red Hair Irregulars. They're a nest of vipers, rabble of frontier pirates who play at being mercenaries. While I don't fear them, not with you by my side, I know you will protect me. Okay. Sounds like our kind of thing. I can ask no more than that. Godspeed. Protect the future of House Kulin. Destroy Yetu and her irregulars. I have no idea how to say that. Is it you two? I give you my word. Our friend Renault will have my support. My best to your company. You are heroes, one and all. We are not heroes. We are scummy mercenaries. She seems nice. A little, but nice. I don't know what Yamaguchi was talking about earlier. She seemed plenty lucid to me. Got our job. It doesn't matter. May as well get to it. The sooner the Merc is dead, the sooner we can collect our pay. Ooh, the mystery box. The mystery box. Gang calls you on the mech lab when you find him standing in the shadow of an enormous ferro aluminum crate. I don't think that the bounty hunter realized what he's giving us, boss. What we've got here is one mothballed assault mech, mostly the guts. So it doesn't look like much the Entree die, but I can tell you that the mech is strange. You ever seen? Oh! Farrah raises his hands. I think I have a lead on the Dobrev. An old colleague of mine has contacted me about a group of patients at a hospital she administrates. They were suffering from what appeared to be misjump-induced injuries. I think it's worth investigating. Samir can't believe I'm saying this, but I've got a jump ship operator he used to hang out with that's been running his mouth about a big job for an old friend. Samir's lead sounds more promising. Not Samir. Okay, Meyer, your lead sounds promising. Follow up on it. For the time being, this is the top priority. Found it. Long story. Rather not get into it. Whiskeys, cigars were involved, but the Dobrev is on Alpian. I've marked the star map already. Yes! Our hunt for the Dobrev is back on. I want to follow up on that. Really, 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 really badly. 2.5 skull flashpoint mission. Let's get this done. Let's go fight some red hairs. Okay. So the max ton per mech is 75 tons. This does mean that all of the assault mechs are out. The largest mech we can bring is the Marauder. We'll bring it. We'll bring the Warhammer. We'll bring the Griffin. And we'll bring the Hunchy. I think that's probably our best one. We're 250 tons, but the max is... hang on. Okay. So we need a 40-ton mech. So it's got to be the Panther. Okay. We're good. All right. So I'm in the Warhammer. No one is touching the Warhammer but me. Battlecry can take the Marauder out for a spin. Noodle is still in high spirits. So we'll put her in the Griffin, and Shudder is the scout mech for this one in the Panther. There we go. Let's do this. Let's do this. Mission type assassination. We are a mix of heroes and complete scoundrels is the answer to your proposition there, Byron. Also, when did I make you a moderator? Apparently I did. Commander U2 and her red hair irregulars have proven to be an intolerable threat to the interests and to the future of House Coolan. I need you to hunt her down, destroy her battle mech, and Ryan, I believe it's called, smash it to bits, bring me proof of U2's death, and I will lend Shugo Yamaguchi my support.
Command interface initiated.
Let's do this. We're getting incoming transmission. Attention incoming mercenaries. I am Commander U2 of the Red Hair Regulars, and you are encroaching on my company's territory. We don't care. More than 100 enemy kills. So do I. In fact, so does Battlecry, I think. I have over 100 mech kills. Forget overall kills. And that's just me. Forget the 3 mech warriors I got with me. We go and do this.
If I were planning an ambush, this is where I'd put it.
I'm going to stab you in the back with a number 2 pencil. Yamanash. I've worked with Yamaguchi before. He's completely irreverent, but he does generally come through with what he says he's going to come through with. So, ooh, something is in number 1 phase. What do we have? What do we have here? Oh, it's just a Manticore. I'm all let down now. I was legitimately thinking we were going to get something like really worthwhile in the number 1 phase, but no, it's just a Manticore.
Barely hit, Commander.
Okay, something with a big... Something with a big autocannon is out there. Alright, well, we don't have anything else to shoot at but the Manticore. So let's keep working with that. And LRMs, I hear? Striker, probably. No. Well, it might be a striker. Oh, the Warhammer gets to shoot for the first time. Just the large lasers and the LRMs, though. But I love this mech. It has optimized capacitors as its special equipment, which means that its lasers hit even harder than you think they should. It is awesome. So good. I love it. I love it. It's supposed to carry PPCs, but I can't bring myself to use the PPCs on it, honestly. Okay. I gotta watch. The Panther's kind of giving up its back here to whatever that is in the corner. So I need to watch out for that. And we got a striker with the LRM and... Okay, so they didn't get anything with the autocannon that time. I'm worried by what that autocannon is. Can I? I can't. Okay. Let's just jump over here and try and kill the striker. Boom, 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 boom. There we go.
He never should have left Guerra.
Okay. And then
Waiting for orders.
let's just sprint you over here. That way it has to engage the Marauder now. Like it can't ignore it. It's just a bulldog. It's just not too bad. And then there's something over there.
Light damage. Holding firm.
35-ton vehicle. Throw some LRMs at the bulldog. Okay. Wow, it missed entirely. We're just gonna reserve.
Roger that. Standing by.
Just gonna reserve again. I need them to move more. I was expecting more. I'm a little disappointed by the lack of actual mechs. It's all vehicles so far. I mean, we know there's an Orion out there. We know that's kind of dangerous. Can I find that vehicle over there?
I'm here. Advancing, I guess.
Yeah, we'll brace. There is... No, it's a 55-ton mech, so that is not... that is not... Damn it, Shutter doesn't have the... I thought Shutter had sensor lock. She does not. So she really cannot be a scout. Still can't see that mech. 45-ton medium and a 55-ton medium.
Hey.
Brace. Actually, I do have sensor lock there. 3 mediums. Wolverine. Okay.
Commander?
I'm surprised we can get some shots off. Okay. That's good. I don't really want to use the called shot, but we have plenty of morale, and we might as well delay that Marauder return. And now we are going to take some fire from the... Oh no! Pilot injury.
Damage?
Okay, Battle Cry is a tough lady though. Very tough lady. And we will take care of the narc that fired at her. So
Engaging target.
that should do it. Thank you.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Okay.
Ready for orders.
So first up, jump back to cover. And do a called strike. Center torso.
Firing full complement.
There's no crying in battle. No, there is not. Blackjack. The OG mech. The career mode mech.
I'm here.
Okay. Let's get Noodle up here. Do another called strike. No, you can only hit the LRM? That's lame. Okay, so no called strike then. I have line of sight. I can't believe the lasers can't hit from there.
That looked like a critical hit.
Not sure what that 55-tonner behind them is.
Yes, Commander.
I suppose I should say yet. We'll figure it out eventually, but right now all I know is it's got autocannons. Time to employ Nylos. Byron, it is never and will never be time to employ Nylos in this game. At no point is it time to employ Nylos. The chat is lost. Nylos is a mutual acquaintance of ours that is a dumbass. Is caricature of Republicans. Let's go with that. Okay. I just again want to peel back the Wolverine's initiative really with that. I wasn't expecting any significant damage. So, Blackjack.
What now?
Alright, let's get a look at that last mech. It is a Shadowhawk. It's a bit weird. I thought it fired 2 autocannons. I'm pretty sure the Shadowhawk can only carry 1. Yeah, we're okay. The Griffin is pretty heavily armored at 920 armor for a medium mech. It's very solid. Okay. Let's do this. Precision strike. Wolverine. Center torso. LRM. 2 large lasers. Got it. Nylos is the top tar that casually threatens people with murder while providing pictures of him with handguns and has no concept of... Pretty much. That applies to his video game play as well, if we're being completely honest. Hey, Chris, welcome. Chris Johnston in the building.
10-4. Give him everything you've got.
Alright.
Orders.
This is the part of the battle where I just don't have much for this Panther to do. It's light. I don't want it taking hits. But it's on the front line. Because it was faster than everything else. Alright. Got the armor more or less off one side of it. I do want that Shadowhawk salvage. A Shadowhawk is something I've been chasing after for a pretty long time in this game.
I'm here.
They're very nice mechs. I've seen surprisingly few of them.
I hope you heard.
In surprisingly few of them in this I can't remember if this is career or I think this is career mode and the other mode is campaign mode, I'm pretty sure. Alright. No called shot this time. And headshot on the pilot. And that's a lot of blackjack salvage that I don't actually want.
I'm here.
He is that, as well as claiming that he knows Savat, which was an interesting choice, frankly. Center torso on the Shadowhawk is open as well now. Can we get a kill shot with the little panther? The little panther that could. Nope. Did get a lot of damage though. Okay. I'm of course not really going for the salvage that I probably, kind of want, because I only chose one choice salvage. So I mean, I'll get my one piece of Shadowhawk and that's it, which is fine. So the last thing left is Yetu, who's apparently up over there somewhere. So we begin the long sprint. Some commander, she didn't come and help out her guys, at all. Very rude. Highly rude of her. I would not fight for a commander who was this, in the back. Especially if she's in the heaviest mech of the bunch. Yep, 75 tons. Presumably, it is an Orion, as we were told it was an Orion. Precision strike. It's an Orion. 1V. Simultaneously, a mech that I really, really like the aesthetic of, but also really don't like the aesthetic of. It's a bit weird. Get the Griffin down there. Put some LRMs on the target. I don't think either heavy is going to be able to shoot, so... Well, the Warhammer will be able to fire, at the very least, its LRMs, but it will not have line of sight. So I'm not really interested in salvaging the Orion. I've had Orions. They're interesting in the sense they can be a lot of different things, which is very cool, but I just think that I have mechs that do everything an Orion wants to do, and it does them better. I guess is what it comes down to. Oh, head pilot. Head injury. I want to make the Panther a not appealing target, so I want to get the Griffin right in its face. And the called shot will allow the two heavies to also fire before it can. And it's also letting us make use of the water here to improve my cooling. So this is a good battlefield. Could have brought one of the hotter mechs, one of the laser boats maybe, but they weren't ready. I mean, I brought the Warhammer, which is definitely a laser boat, but still. Aside, I mean, one of the real laser boats, like the Grasshopper or the Grasshopper. Well, I guess the Grasshopper is the only one that really fits that build, actually. Everything else is a little bit different. So, throw in more fire. Its center torso is open, as is its arm. So we could theoretically kill it with this shot. Right in front of him. Precision strike. Center torso, 2 medium lasers plus the 11 missile barrage. Did not get the job done. But we did get another pilot injury. So I was talking about not really caring for any kind of salvage. I still really don't. But the opportunity was there with having injured the pilot twice. Isn't going to be easy to catch up with Yetu's ejection pod commander. There's already a swarm of red hair battle mechs converging on her location. Underestimated you, Commander. You're much better than the last assassin my mother said. Oh, the plot thickens. She didn't tell you? I suppose I'm not surprised. If you'll grant me the courtesy of a parley, I'll let you know what you've gotten yourself dragged into.
Mission successful.
I think we have a succession dispute, which will be fun. Question is, and feel free to give me thoughts in the comments, do I stick with Lady Kulan, or do I turn on her and possibly damage my relationship with the Draconis Combine? Outside of Battlecry taking that headshot, that went very well. SRM-4, SRM-6, and some jump jet. Disappointing. Didn't even get my Shadow Hack salvage. I did. Whatever fucks over the most. I mean, either way, we're fucking over the Capellans. I want to make that quite clear. It's just which Capellans are we fucking over? Because it means a given that I'm going to fuck over Capellans. Alright, high orbit over Primals. Let's see what the story is. Good of you to speak with me, Commander. The last assassins I had to deal with were far less courteous. I suppose I should introduce you. Introductions are in order. I am Lady Yvonne Utu Kulin, first daughter of later Lady Helen Kulin, and heiress to the governorship of Shantia Province. Seems kind of unlikely. The Capellans are usually very male-centric. You got proof of that, or are we just supposed to take your word for it? You'll find a copy of my blood shit attached to this comm feed. Examine it to your heart's content. It'll only confirm what I've told you. It's telling us the truth, Commander, and her outfit's got an impeccable MRB rating to boot. Mercenary review board? I guess. By all indications, she's a reliable, trustworthy mech warrior, and she's our client's eldest daughter. Why do you have a price on your head? Mother is not well, does her best to conceal the condition, but her mind is not what it used to be. So I kind of want to side with the mother, because leaving her in power fucks over the Capellans the most. By the sense of it. For all my life, my mother has been a force of nature, the sharpest woman you could ever hope to meet, with a heart of a poet and the determination of any warrior. But as she's aged, she's become confused, easily led, susceptible to flattery, and my vile shit of a brother Angus wasted no time turning her condition to his advantage. Angus isn't like my mother. He doesn't care about anyone or anything save for his own personal advancement. So, where I have faced my mother with difficult truth, he has showered her with lies. Vomited forth flattery, like a gull feeding its chicks. From his perch of the Red Roost, Angus has milked our mother's decline for his own benefit. To my eternal shame, I have failed to stop him. Interesting. Naturally, if I were killed, he would become heir to mother's rank and title. That would be a tragedy for both me personally and for the people of Shantia Province. As I said before, Angus has no ambition to save for his own personal enrichment. He's bled our people dry. If he'd bleed our people dry if given the chance. And if you carry out my mother's instructions, that is exactly what will happen. Get what you're saying, Lady Yvonne. But you need to know that we're working for your mother at Shugo Reynold Yamaguchi's request. If we fail to follow the letter of her request, it'll damage our standing with House Kurita. And you need to know that carrying out my mother's order, Shugo Yamaguchi will be held accountable for the tragedy that follows. The people of Primus hate Angus as much as I do. He's abusive, undisciplined little monster. How do you suppose the planetary authority will react if Kurita's dignitaries hands him the keys to the governorship? Badly. Of course, if Angus were eliminated, the situation would be different. My mother's reason to kill me would disappear. Her mind may not be clear as it once was, but she has had enough sense to know that the house cannot survive without an heir. And while I can't promise that Reynold will get the support he's looking for, I can vow that he would have my loyalty from now until the day I die. Interesting. Quite a proposal. You're asking us to go off mission and kill our client's son in direct violation of Shugo Yamaguchi's instructions. Doesn't sound like the thing a mercenary would do, does it? But a decent person might. I think it sounds exactly what a mercenary would do. Wait your decision, Commander Moffrey. For my own sake, I hope that you'll take along a view and do what's right. Oh, this is a tough one. What do you guys think? What do you think? Do we side with Lady Yvonne or Lord Angus in this whole Coolin dispute? Or abandon the flashpoint? Kill Angus. Byron wants me to kill Angus. Does anyone else disagree with Byron? Because I'm honestly not sure. There's a lot to talk about here. I do think Angus is a piece of shit. So I'm with Byron there. Let's do it. We're going after Lord Angus. This great sibling lies dead. There will be no need for more bloodshed. This is the best way forward for Shugo Yamaguchi and for House Coolin. This is the thing. She's also appealing that it is actually a good option for Yamaguchi. So hopefully this works out. Only one way to find out, Exo. Let's make it happen. Sending a course for the Red Roos. Let's see if this tough nut. See if it's a tough nut to crack as Lord Angus thinks it is. I don't think any mechs actually need repairs, do we? I thought we were good. Okay. Let's check if we can do anything with the mech warriors here. So Apocalypse and Battlecry are down, as well as Unicorn and Zebroid.
Yep.
Can we upgrade anything on anybody? Oh, we can! Shutter can get additional guts. And Noodle can get her first level 10 gunnery. Nice.
Commander.
Okay. And in the mech bay, Yang said that we had damaged mechs, but I don't think we do. Like, we have the four that are currently undergoing repair and refit: the Archer, the Catapult, the Grasshopper, and the Assassin. But everything else I think is good to go. And if we're fighting a base, all assault, maybe next time. This is the, I don't know. Let's go a little bit longer. Let's go a little longer today. Let's finish the finish the flashpoint off. I don't really want to leave the flashpoint unfinished. So, Succession Part 2. We aren't getting paid, of course. Well, apparently we are getting paid. Let's keep it in the middle. Okay. Here we go. It's still limiting us on tonnage. I can't do the all-assault mission. Rage. Alright, Chimera is into the Marauder then. And that's really about it. Because I can't go any bigger. I could go... I have no 40 or 45 ton mechs available. There's no way to fix up the tonnage here. Flashpoint, not flash people. Alright, here we go. I feel like this is going to get very, very ugly. Becoming friends with the pirate faction will increase your chance to purchase shit on the black market. Problem is becoming friends with the pirates are exceedingly difficult because there usually aren't a lot of pirate missions anywhere you go. Like, the noble houses are much more likely to employ you, and at decent wages, than the pirates are. It looks like a commercial office park, but it is actually a huge reinforced structure. Interesting. Oliver is not super happy.
Command interface initiated.
I'm surprised we're getting paid. Like we're in the right place. Attention incoming mech warriors. You are trespassing. Wait, you're the brutes my mother sent to kill my sister. You're a little... You're really, really, really happy to try to... Yeah, there we are. My bodyguards will crush them, and I will drink in the I will drink in the spectacle like a fine port wine. And then, when I tell Mother what you've done, she will send more assassins, threaten to disinherit me, then rage against the laws that prevent her from doing so. There's nothing more that either you can threaten me with, brother. Your time has come. It's a good point. When you've already sent assassins to kill your sister, what is the point of threatening her further? Like, what is there, even there?
On the move.
Alright. What are we dealing with here, anyways? So there's our... I mean, that does not look like a commercial complex, but okay. Excuse me, had to take a sneeze. Alright. So, bodyguards, bodyguards. Where are the bodyguards? What do we got?
On my way.
I actually like that this mission limits you weight-wise. It gives it a little bit more... It gives it a little bit more difficulty than if you could just charge in with assault mechs.
Move order confirmed.
So that's, you know, that's kind of ideal. So, we have a 50-ton mech, 50-ton mech, 45-ton mechs. So 3 medium mechs right now. Plus whatever the base has to get to offer us.
Lifting off.
So, let's see. Might as well just start shooting the base right now.
Enemy structure is weakening.
Nothing really to engage yet. Come closer. Closer.
There. Okay.
Okay. Multi-target. LRMs to the Enforcer.
If you say so.
And everything that needs line of sight will just hit the building. The Enforcer becomes primary target. Those things are always very, very nasty. Because they carry basically sniper assassin gear
For now.
on them. You can see the big ass cannon there, plus the big ass laser. Makes it an ideal target. And I don't have the ability to call shot yet, so let's just slide over here to where the base defenses will have the hardest time engaging me. And put some fire on the Enforcer. AC-10 is crit.
Enemy mech. Critical damage detected.
And then Chimera and the Marauder can step up and hopefully do a lot more damage.
Roger that.
Oddly evasive. Didn't have a lot of evasion on him.
Let's go.
I was wondering why I had such a low chance to hit.
Receiving you. Position confirmed.
Okay. Don't bother with a called shot. He'd still get to move before everything but the Griffin. So, and he'll actually still move after the Griffin. So, wouldn't have done me any good.
I'm here.
The Griffin's been their target, so let's build up some evasion. Now let's go for the called shot. Center torso as per usual. Could have gone after the AC cannon, I guess. But that will give me one heavy mech that can that will be able to fire on the Enforcer before it goes. Let's do the called shot. Where's the... So the autocannon's the right arm. The left arm's the large laser. And I don't care about the small laser, so... Right arm, called shot. Thank you. Say goodbye to your arm.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
And your right torso.
Yes, Commander.
And...
Moving
Probably
out.
can get the kill here, actually. I guess not. He does still have good center torso armor. Never mind! We got it.
Smoked one.
We got it, fam.
Enemy sensor lock detected.
So, he's only got 3 bodyguards. All of which that mass less than our Griffin. Which is interesting. So they only outmass one of my
Ready
mechs.
for orders.
Okay.
Roger.
Well, in that case, called shot on the Centurion. And just like that, you got no armor on your center torso. The called shot probably won't help us out on the
Hey.
on any of the actual initiative.
Okay. Firing everything.
There we go. That was just a shield arm, though.
Things are looking up.
Ow, 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 ow. Leave my little mech alone.
Armor breach. Internal damage.
Alright, let's give them something to shoot at. And could be the kill shot here. It is.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Commander.
And no called shot. I feel very let down by that. We just got a kill. How do we not have enough morale? Ooh, got one of the heavy turrets over there. Alright, that has become somewhat of a priority target. So is that one. So we got the heavier turrets here.
They're shooting at me.
They are in fact shooting at you.
Yes, Commander.
Okay. Called shot. Center torso.
What now?
Let's get away from the big turrets, please. And unload everything into the Phoenix Hawk. No! Oh, it missed. Thank God.
Reporting. Minimal damage.
Giving my back to this turret, which is not supremely smart.
Aye, aye. Roger
Can we get the
that.
kill? I would like it if we could get the kill, please. Left leg destroyed. Good damage. Free called shot. I'll take it.
Kill confirmed.
Oh, that's it. Alright. Is he gonna... Come on. Come on. Scream about it. Scream that we took out your terrible lance of bodyguards.
Orders.
Alright. Well, let's get back to destroying the buildings.
Locking on.
Goodbye, large military building.
Enemy structure eliminated.
Okay.
Hey.
And
Moving to position.
next target is the Shredder turret.
You say so.
Those things carry AC-20s and are very painful to get hit with. Multi-target. A, B. What do you have left? Really just one medium laser will do it. We'll put 2 medium lasers to B. Just to be sure.
Engaging multiple targets.
Which did prevent us from killing that turret, but is what it is.
Target destroyed.
Awaiting orders. Affirmative.
Alright, Chimera. Multi-target. Building plus turret. 2 medium lasers to the turret.
Roger that.
And Job done.
One less turret. Waiting for orders.
I'm a little worried about the heat that's building up here, though.
Taking the shot.
Destroy the building. Maybe? Yes.
Target eliminated.
2 buildings down.
I'm here.
Let's go with the medium building here.
There we go.
Ah, it didn't die. We're going to bleed some heat off of the Warhammer by just sending the 2 medium lasers into this building just to kill it. It is a hot build. Anytime you go dual large laser or anything like that, it's going to be a pretty hot build.
Confirmed.
And might as well take out the turret.
Confirmed.
It didn't die. Freak. Means we have to eat a AC-20 shot.
Taking minimal damage. Receiving you. Roger. Target acquired.
There we go. Turret dealt with.
One less turret. Hey.
And I want to get rid of this last turret if I can. Probably wouldn't kill it. Yep, I didn't think it would. Okay. But the Warhammer can. So, A and B. There.
Engaging multiple targets.
And the large laser will get that job done.
Target destroyed.
Awaiting orders.
And Chimera can finish off the last building. Save the AC ammo. Boom.
Time to bug out.
It is done. My brother is dead, entombed in the rubble of his own sanctuary. When I inherit governorship, I think I'll enshrine it in bronze and marble. A memorial to the follies of ambitious men. Okay, well, let's see what happens again. Brother was a tick on House Coolin's back, draining our coffers, preying on my mother's diminished faculties. Now he is dead. His poisonous influence cut short, and I have you to thank. Thank us by lending Shugo Yamaguchi your support like you promised you would. I haven't forgotten our arrangement, Mr. Oliveira. I'm indebted to your company, and as a fellow mercenary, fully understand the importance of managing my debts. When you speak to Shugo Yamaguchi, I will I will reaffirm my commitment to supporting him. Somehow, I think that's not going to work out for us. Find out. Just call it a feeling. Although a mercenary is inherently more trustworthy than a politician in this setting, because you have to. It's kind of weird. In the Battletech setting, mercenaries are actually really way more like a proper prim and proper type of mentality. Maybe. Let's see. Grab me a piece of that enforcer, I guess. As opposed to, hey, we got a Phoenix Hawk out of that. As opposed to the ideas of like modern day, where like we're slimy, bunny hungry people. Whereas here it's different. We're not pirates, I guess, is what it comes down to, in general. And that was part of what swung my decision there to help Lady Yvonne out instead of Lord Angus. But I feel like this will probably end poorly for us, because we did totally stab a client in the back. Commander, it appears there was a miscommunication regarding what I expected you to do in this deployment. I instructed you to make Lady Helen Coolan happy, do whatever she asks of you. Were these simple instructions unclear to you in some way? Do you think our conversation was a joke? They killed my boy, Reynold. They burned the Red Roost to the ground. Want them all executed, hanged, quartered in the town square, poisoned, burned, beaten. They murdered my son. Lady Coolan is upset, Commander Moffrey. I'm absolutely livid at your performance. I told you how important it was to make her happy. I told you how important it was that I have her support, and instead we did the right thing, you damn buffoon, for you, and House Karita, and Primus, and House Coolan. Hell, we even did what was right for Lady Helen, though she's too upset right now to see it. Here, I've got someone on the line you need to talk to, the both of you. Hello, Mother. It is me, Yvonne, your daughter. The last time I showed my face, it upset you, so I'm leaving the mask on for now. But I hope you remember my voice. Can't fool me. You're you two, the mercenary, the one who terrorized my Angus, forced him to hide in the Red Roost. You should be dead. I told Vincent to kill you. Wait, Helen, you asked my mercenaries to kill your own daughter? I didn't think. Let them talk. Nobody forced Angus to do anything, Mother. How do I explain this to you? Angus has been lying to you, manipulating you into doing things you never do on your own, and it had to stop. Well, here we go. Should rest, Mother. We'll have a long talk about this later when you're ready. Clear the air like we used to when we had our conversations in the garden back when I was a girl. Do you remember? We used to love those garden talks. You don't need to say anything. You don't even have to react. Just turn off the comm feed and rest, and I'll come to you when you're ready. Shugo Yamaguchi, I'm going to keep this brief. My mother is confused, hurt, and in need of comfort. While I'm indebted to your mercenaries, her mental well-being is far more important to me than anything that you might have to say. Understand your feelings, but remember who you're talking to. I'm well aware of who you are. The foreign dignitary who nearly saddled Shanita province with Governor Angus Coolan. You should know that you owe your mercenaries a tremendous debt. Disobeying your instructors, Commander Moffrey saved them from irreparably damaging your reputation. I know you're worried about your standing with planetary authorities, so let me ease your troubled mind. Whatever favor you were attempting to curry with Mother, you will have it from me. Not because I like you. I don't. That's unlikely to change. Because I made a deal with Commander Moffrey. Your mercenaries are at least worthy of my respect. For this moment until the day I die, you will have my conditional support. Conditional? Use my influence to promote your agenda as long as your agenda is within reason. Only a fool would promise more than that. True! It's become a familiar refrain. I take your point. Commander Moffrey, your job is finished. Congratulations, you'll be paid in full despite our earlier misunderstanding. That worked out pretty well. Should see to my mother. I don't know if I can help her, but I have to try. Farewell to you and your company, Commander. On behalf of House Coolan, thank you. You will always have friends in Shantia Province. We're leaving the system in good hands. We should all take pride in that. I know that I do. Let's pack up, people. We're done here. And the rare weapon is... Oh, ACC 2 Triple Plus. Very nice. PPC++, cockpit mod, comm system, PPC Plus, and an AC20 Plus. Plus 750k. Very nice. And we earned favor with both the Capellans and the Draconis Combine. I'm very disturbed by how large that bar is right now. The Capellans like us. That's not a good place to be. Okay. Well, let's head over to the mech bay real quick. Our Panther does need repairs. Let's do that. The barracks. Need to look at Chimera, maybe. Could do more tactics, but I don't do LRM fire with her to make that worthwhile. Oh, I wanted to know. There was that whole thing with you two saying over 100 kills. 115, bitch! Along with 43 other kills. Thank you. And I think actually Battlecry probably has more. 119, 38 kills. Probably that's the most. Let's see. Is anyone else?
Good to go.
No one else, I think, is really in the
Yes, Commander.
ballpark.
Good to go.
No one else gets deployed enough. There we go. All right. So there are some refits I would like to do, especially putting that AC2 on the Marauder. But kind of waiting. Well, let's do that now. Let's do some refits on the Marauder. Because we do have the assault mechs for the other missions, so we can like trounce around and do fun with that. There we go. AC triple plus. Probably not going to really do anything with the medium lasers here. We'll leave it with just the AC2 that it gets. Is any of the equipment interesting on this one? Resist injury, resolve gain, heaps. Not really. I guess we could put on the comm system. There. Confirm.
Right. I'll get it in the schedule.
There we go. And we have a Phoenix Hawk. What can we do with the little guy? Because I kind of like this as a... oh, vector thrust kits. That's a pair of unique vector thrust kits. The act as normal jump jets, but in addition to specialization, thrust optimizes propulsion control. This provides a superior boost in subsequent attacks. Yes, please. So let's load it up with jump jets. Jump jet, jump jet, jump jet. Weapons. To be honest, like normally it'd be like it'd be a heavy laser thing, but we'll just do mediums, I think. 4 medium lasers, and then the small lasers are more efficient. They don't require ammo. There we go. And then heat sinks. Actually, you know what? Get rid of this. Get rid of the small lasers. We don't need them. They're giving me just more of a heat penalty there. Heat efficiency suddenly is great, and we have a half ton that I can convert into armor. That's way better. There. And some extra armor on the torsos. Put it in the schedule.
On it. I'll let you know when that's done.
We just gotta classify the Marauder as an assault for the time being. Okay, there we go. There's our new mech. There's our new mech configuration. We have over 15 million C-bells, which is nice. Let's check out the store. I think we were here earlier. There wasn't really anything interesting, and there still really isn't anything interesting. There's no black market here either. What about selling? Do you have anything? Do we have anything to sell?
Negative, XO. Census clear.
No, nothing really. We could junk some stuff, I guess, but that's about it. Hiring hall. Yeah, nothing. I'm tempted by Guinness, not gonna lie. I kind of like it. I like the name. I like the backstory he's got here. He's got skills that are not useless. I mean, you can still get lasered to death with heat sinks. You just can't laser yourself to death. I'm going to hire Guinness.
New mech warriors available.
We could use the extra mech warrior, and that puts Apocalypse in this, like, nice kind of role where he doesn't really have to do anything. Daryl Schmid. Schmid? Schmid. has joined us. He has command experience. All right. That'll probably be all for today. Next up, we do have some interesting stuff with this Four Skull Repossession mission. That's going to be fun. And Black Site. Before we head on to other places, let's have a look at where we want to go. So there was the... I need to know where Appian is because it has our next Dobrev mission. Nope. There it is. It's a long way away, though. 32 days travel time. We could make some stops on the way. Like maybe here at the black market facility there. Somewhere in between there. Maybe two stops. Maybe. I guess. But yeah, that's where we're going next. I do want to do the whole Dobrev mission to its full extent. So we'll finish up our missions here next time, though, and then start making our way over there. I think is how we'll do this. Let's check out our... not what I meant to click on. I wanted to go to our reputation. So we are still just in the 3-star range as a mercenary company. We're generally on friendly terms with every major faction in the Inner Sphere. The Draconis Combine, the Free Worlds League is indifferent to us, so are the Magistrate of Capopus, but the Concordant likes us. The Lyran Commonwealth, Davian Sons, Compelling Confederation. Very weird to have the Draconis Combine, the Federated Sons, and the Compelling Confederation all liking us because they're all horrible rivals with each other. So that's interesting. And of course, the local pirate organization fucking loathes us, which is exactly what I want. You can see the Federated Sons are enemies with the Combine, with the Concordant, and with the Capellans. And yet they're all kind of friendly with us. Same with the Steiners. Also at war with them. Jesus, the Steiners are at war with everybody. Chill down. Relax. Is there anyone that isn't at war with anyone? Because that's like the faction we need to like just ignore. I guess the Merrics are at war with the least people. Concordant's at war with everybody. The Merrics are the most peaceful. They're only at war with the Capellans and the Steiners. Alright, so that's it for today's missions. We did some good stuff. We debuted a new mech. Next time around, we will debut another new mech. The Cyclops 10Q, which I have styled as a SRM missile boat, with basically an SRM 16 in play. 6 tons of ammo, and some backup medium lasers. And then on top of that, we have... well, actually, I have some other new stuff, but it's all currently being refitted. Like we have the Archer coming down the pipeline. Maybe that'll come up next episode. We've got the Assassin and the Phoenix Hawk as well. So got some fun stuff coming down the line. Steiner Assault Squad, yeah, it's coming, Byron. Don't worry, it's coming. It's huge. These 4 big mamma jammas are ready to roll and do their thing in pure Steiner Scout Squad fashion. And it'll be like this. It'll be like the easiest mission that we deploy that into, because I mean that's how you do it. Alright, so that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. The chat was lively, although it was mostly just Byron, which is fine. It's what Byron does. And yeah, coming up tomorrow, schedule-wise, I got a practice race around Misano for the 3D Speed Series. Since I'm not having to record it, I will be streaming that live, so you get to do some racing fun with me. And then, of course, on Thursday, Drunken Gaming Night is, in theory, on. We'll see. That one's always going to be kind of subject to scheduling. And of course, on Sunday, we have Kodiak Baseball. Starting at 9 p.m. So get ready for that. 9 p.m. Eastern is going to be the start stream all the time, except for the racing. That's going to be at 8 p.m. So get ready for that. And like I said, one of the most successful Battletech streams I've had. And that's good. Happy that everyone's enjoying it enough to tune in. And we'll be doing our stuff. I just want to check our storage here real quick. What do we got? We've almost got some lights that we can just sell off. A couple of mediums. Are there any interesting mediums? We have no, not really. The only one that's close to being formed are Trebuchet and a Cicada. I'm not really interested in them, or the Crab or the Centurion. Not really. Or the Enforcer. Heavies. Still got part of a Thunderbolt, part of an Archer. Assaults. We have most of a Zeus. So we do have that ability. It's a shame I didn't manage to salvage Zeus from that mission earlier, because that would have been a Zeus mech, which we would have sold, because I don't like the Zeus, and we already have one. But still, it would be an assault mech to sell, which is great profit. All right, signing off for today. Thanks for joining me, and join me next time for more action.